Hello and welcome back to the Be Wild vlog. I just want to talk about something that is a little off topic from my norm. I know you guys are used to me chatting about Jay Slater as far as any missing persons cases go, but I've been fascinated by the Madeleine McCann case since the moment she disappeared. I have my thoughts, I have my theories, and I will definitely talk about that a little bit further. But for today, I want to talk about something that happened last night. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of a young lady by the name of Julia Wandelt. I think that's how you say her name. I know the V and the W swap, but anyway, she's a Polish girl. And a few years ago, she came out saying that she was Madeleine McCann and that she has memories of the abduction and all this crazy stuff. She was adamant that she's Madeleine McCann. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never bought it. I've never bought it. I've never bought it. But there's a few reasons why I didn't buy it. Reason number one is that it is said that she, before claiming to be Madeleine McCann, had claimed to be three other missing children. Um, I did a bit of reading about her, and people that went to school with her say, to be quite blunt, that she was a few pence short of a pound. And they say that she was a liar and somebody that through trauma was a bit of an attention seeker, and it's just not true. So that was where I stood and where I still stand pretty much. I still don't buy that she's Madeleine McCann. I think Madeleine McCann is no longer alive. I think her parents know what happened to her, and I don't think that she's alive. But Julia Wandelt, she went she went on Instagram and TikTok, and she made accounts saying that she was Madeleine, and it built up a bit of traction. The media jumped on board with it, which then led to her demanding a DNA test from Kate and Gerry McCann, Madeleine's parents. And they didn't want to give it to her, which it started to get to the point where even I was thinking, look, just put the poor girl out of her misery, do the DNA tests, prove that she's not Madeleine McCann. Everyone's a winner, baby. But they didn't do that. So, Julia Wandelt, I'm just going to call her Julia because I don't know if I'm saying her last name properly, and it's probably quite embarrassing for people to listen to if they know how to say it properly. So Julia recently travelled from Poland over to the UK to confront Kate and Gerry at their house. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I've always been very interested in this case, like passionately. Similar to the way that I am with the Jay Slater case, but probably worse with Madeline McCann. I've spent countless hours researching and learning and studying the timelines and that kind of thing. But I recently was heading up to Leeds, and I knew that Kate and Gerry McCann's house was on that general way in Lancashire. So I decided that I wanted to see what their house looked like. I wanted to see where these kind of people live. And so I typed it into Google, found their address, and I did. I drove to their house, and I just went in. They live in a cul-de-sac. I just turned around and I drove back out. I was not there to cause them any trouble, and I absolutely intend them no harm, even though I think maybe there is some karma that they deserve. But that's my own personal opinion, and I'm not saying I'm right. So Julia, she flew from Poland to the UK, and she went to the McCann's house, confronted them on their doorstep, and I've heard the audio, and it's a little bit heavy. Like, you got Kate McCann crying and screaming, "You're not our daughter! You're not our daughter!" You got Gerry pleading, "Get off our drive! Away from our house!" It's pretty traumatic ordeal, I will admit. But I couldn't deny that this girl, Julia, she genuinely believes that she's Madeline McCann, and all she's asking for is for them to take a DNA test with her so that they can just put it to bed. And they are refusing. So you gotta admit that is a little bit strange. That is a little bit strange. Right. So where are we going with this? This has been a few months now, and since then, Julia has made countless appearances on the Sean Atwood show. She's also been using AI. She did her own DNA test, and she's been using AI to try to prove that she is in some way related to the McCanns. I'm no expert in DNA, so I can't tell you whether this part is true, false, important, or completely irrelevant. But on the Sean Atwood podcast, they've been talking about how she has a very high match in her DNA to Gerry McCann, Madeline McCann's father. They're saying that maybe her DNA doesn't match enough to be Madeline because I guess it doesn't match with the mum, but she's showing extremely high matches to suggest that she could be Madeline's like long lost sister. I don't know. I'm struggling to get my head around this, but word on the road is Julia is related, directly related to Gerry McCann. Like that's her dad, which is very strange if she's not Madeline, because what if Madeline didn't belong to Kate McCann? There is some conspiracy that's gone on here. What if that's the whole reason that Madeline was taken? Was because she was, an illegitimate child, and they were struggling mentally about it. And I don't know. I'm just throwing theories out there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, last night Julia came to the UK after she was told by the police to leave the McCanns alone. She was arrested at Bristol Airport at about 7 p.m. last night, from what I gather. I think that's a bit odd. Why would you arrest a girl just for a holiday to the UK? People are saying that it's on harassment charges. But if she's not outside their house, how's she harassing them? She's just in the same country. Like that's like me saying that one of my enemies is harassing me, but I haven't seen them for a year. She's not at their house. She's not in their presence. But the police have arrested her. I think that's suspicious. That makes me suspicious. It makes me actually start to feel a bit sorry for this Julia. I've been trying to sip this coffee all morning. What do you guys think? I'm very curious about this. Something's not sitting right. It's like the McCanns really just want Julia to just bugger off, disappear. It's like they almost are acting like they've got something to hide. Tell me what you think in the comments. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for all your support. Yeah, just some random thoughts while I'm making my breakfast. I hope you all have a lovely day. What are we on today? Thursday. Yeah, the weekend's coming. Hang on in there. Big love. Bless. Loves you. Ta-da!